A calm child is not always shy. Sometimes they are protecting a world no one else can enter. A world full of whispers and untold truths. Will anyone ever listen? There are children who speak in whispers the world barely hears. Their silence is not emptiness, but a carefully folded shield. In their quiet, entire worlds are built, delicate universes of thought, fear, and reflection. Their eyes trace patterns invisible to others. Their hearts catalog the subtle currents of human emotion. And yet, this quiet can be misunderstood, even feared. To truly see them, one must pause, one must lean closer and listen, not just with ears, but with the patience of understanding and the gentle curiosity that honors the invisible depths within. Children who become quiet carry with them a presence that is subtle, almost imperceptible. Their silence is not always a void. It is a language in itself. A glance, a tilt of the head, the way fingers trace patterns in the air, all speak of worlds unspoken. They may sit apart in a classroom, content in the rhythm of their own attention, while the noise of others swirls around them like wind against a window pane. Their silence is not emptiness. It is observation. Parents, teachers, and peers may wonder if something is wrong, or if they are lost in loneliness. Yet, often these children are deeply attuned, listening and noticing with a precision that surprises when finally revealed. They sense shifts in mood, small tensions in conversations, and the faint tremor of emotion that others overlook. Quiet children are mirrors, reflecting subtle truths back into the world. But silence is fragile. It is both a refuge and a responsibility. Being quiet invites curiosity, but also misunderstanding. They are sometimes seen as aloof, shy, or even defiant. Yet in truth, they are negotiating an inner landscape, carefully weighing each step before speaking, testing the air before releasing a thought into the wider world. Their silence is deliberate, a rhythm calibrated by experience and sensitivity. Recognizing this presence is the first step toward understanding. To notice a quiet child is not to fill the silence with words, but to honor it, to sit beside them, to acknowledge the depth of their thought, and to offer a space where silence is safe. In these moments, one begins to understand quietness is not absence, it is presence lived in a different dimension. Quietness rarely emerges without foundation. In the earliest months, some children exhibit a temperament that inclines them toward observation rather than immediate action. Their nervous systems respond more acutely to stimuli. The gentle press of a hand, the subtle flicker of light, the tone of a voice. These sensations may be overwhelming or fascinating in equal measure. For these children, the world is not just wide, it is intense. Family dynamics leave imprints. A household filled with loud argument or constant urgency may teach a child that silence is safer, that retreat preserves peace. Conversely, nurturing and patient environments may cultivate quietness differently. Here, silence becomes a companion, a sacred space where the child can process and reflect. Early experiences of misunderstanding can reinforce the habit of holding back. Being corrected, hurried, or ignored may teach that speaking risks exposure. Over time, quietness evolves into a strategy for survival and ultimately into a defining feature of personality. Cultural and social contexts matter too. In some communities, quiet children are celebrated as contemplative. In others, they are encouraged to speak up incessantly. Each environment layers additional meaning onto the child's natural disposition, shaping how they view themselves and their voice in the world. Quietness, therefore, is rarely accidental. It emerges from the interplay of temperament, early life experiences, and the subtle teaching of environment. Understanding these roots allows one to see the child not as deficient, but as responsive, adaptive, and deeply attuned to the currents around them. Psychology and neuroscience provide insight into the quiet child. Many are naturally introverted, meaning they draw energy from internal reflection rather than external stimulation. Their minds are rich, often overflowing with observation, imagination, and thought. Social interaction is not absent, it is selective, measured, and intentional. Some quiet children possess heightened sensory processing. They notice subtle cues, tone, texture, or expression that others miss. While this sensitivity allows deep empathy and creativity, it can also bring fatigue, anxiety, and the urge to withdraw. The brain's wiring favors reflection, pattern recognition, and cautious engagement, which may appear as reticence. Quietness can also intersect with social anxiety. The fear of judgment, criticism, or misinterpretation may inhibit spontaneous speech. The mind balances curiosity against risk, observation against expression. These children may rehearse conversations internally, carefully sculpting each word before it leaves the lips. Crucially, quietness is not inherently pathological. It is a normal variant of human temperament, a spectrum that blends introversion, sensitivity, and self-regulation. Science reminds us that the brain of a quiet child is active, attentive, and deeply engaged, even when outward expression is minimal. In silence, there is thought. In stillness, there is perception. Beneath the calm exterior lies a complex internal world. Quiet children often wrestle with conflicting desires to be seen, to belong, and to remain safe in their carefully constructed sanctuary. Every interaction carries stakes, the risk of misstep, the fear of judgment, the subtle anxiety of being misunderstood. This tension can manifest in moments of self-doubt. Am I enough? They may wonder silently, comparing their words to those of peers who speak freely. They are aware of the rhythm of others' lives and sometimes feel they are moving out of step. The world's demand for extroversion, constant expression, constant attention, can heighten this inner conflict, making the choice to remain silent both protective and isolating. Emotional intensity is often magnified. The quiet child may experience small disappointments or perceived slights with disproportionate weight, replaying social interactions internally. They construct elaborate mental maps of conversations and relationships, seeking patterns and anticipating outcomes. The inner life is alive, turbulent, and profoundly intricate. These struggles are invisible. Outsiders may assume quietness equals ease, when in fact, it masks constant negotiation and processing. Recognizing this inner complexity is essential for empathy, allowing one to see beyond the silence and witness the child's subtle courage in navigating their own mind. There are moments when the quiet child glimpses their own capacity for understanding and connection. It may arrive in an unexpected conversation, a trusted gaze, or a fleeting success. These instances awaken recognition. The world can be observed and their presence acknowledged without compromise. Self-awareness grows gradually. The child begins to understand the rhythm of their own voice, the power of measured words, and the value of their reflections. They learn that expression can be both gentle and potent, subtle yet transformative. In these realizations, quietness becomes less a retreat and more a choice, a conscious alignment of inner life and outward presence. Empathy deepens. The quiet child begins to see that their sensitivity is a gift, that attunement to emotion, detail, and nuance creates depth of understanding unmatched in more overt expression. Confidence emerges quietly, a whisper rather than a shout, yet no less profound. These turning points are rarely dramatic. They are moments of gentle illumination, quiet affirmations that the child's inner world holds both resilience and beauty. Recognition, not external reward, becomes the measure of growth. Growth for the quiet child is a delicate balance between safety and expression. Supportive environments allow for both reflection and participation, honoring their inner life while offering opportunities for connection. Adults who listen, who slow down, and who observe without pressure cultivate integration. Skills of self-expression develop naturally when trust and patience guide interactions. Quiet children may discover comfort in writing, art, music, or selective dialogue, mediums where thought and emotion can flow safely. Integration does not demand transformation. It celebrates alignment between temperament and environment. In this space, quietness is not a limitation. It becomes a lens through which the child perceives the world with clarity and empathy. Their voice emerges when authentic, carrying weight precisely because it is chosen. Emotional resilience grows quietly, like roots beneath the soil, unseen yet steadfast. Integration is also relational.
Peers and family learn to adjust, not to force speech, but to honor presence. Understanding flows both ways. In these dynamics, quiet children flourish, balancing reflection with expression, solitude with connection, inner intensity with outward grace.
In the end, silence leaves an imprint. The quiet child carries worlds within them that extend far beyond the hearing of others. They teach patience, observation, and the art of gentle presence. Their depth is often revealed in fleeting moments. A thoughtful question, a carefully chosen word, a compassionate act unnoticed by most. Silence, in its purest form, is not emptiness, but resonance. It invites us to slow down, to notice subtlety, to honor the hidden currents of human experience. In witnessing a quiet child, one glimpses not absence, but a universe alive with reflection, empathy, and quiet courage. Their story is a meditation on human complexity, a reminder that value is not measured in volume, but in presence. And in that presence, we may learn the most profound truths: that listening is a gift, that reflection is strength, and that even the quietest heart can hold worlds vast enough to move us all.